It's a beautiful day. I'm going to take the Camaro out for a spin, and let's go see what Christina's up to. Talk to you later. Bye. Hello, everybody. With Cristina, going for a drive. So you picked the Jeep as your vehicle. Is that something that you've always wanted, or?
Yeah, I do have a Jeep Wrangler actually, and then I do love Jeepers.
Oh yeah.
And that type of car, I do as well have a Mustang, so I like racing cars as well.
Okay. Do you go to the races at all, or?
Not really. Most likely, I would say within the city, but like I want to make sure they're not caught by the police.
Right. Yeah, understood. So tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a first generation immigrant in Canada. I landed with my husband and my daughter in 2001 in Montreal, and we've been through the immigration process, which was a challenge for us, but we knew it somehow, and so we were ready. We came from a communist country, Romania, and so we were ready for a change. I was a licensed nurse in Romania, worked for 8 years there. I was not recognized when I arrived here, and so I have decided to get my license in Canada as well. So I went back to school. I get my license for registered nurse here, and then I worked since then. So yeah, like our main goal, I would say, my husband and I has been to focus or emphasize on like the education of my daughter and then her future, and so we never gave up on that goal, which we achieved with great success. We are very proud and happy. She's going to be a lawyer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and now like obviously our goals changed, and we live happily here.
So you were in Montreal. How long were you in Montreal before you moved to Ottawa?
So we lived in Montreal for about 12 years, and we moved to Ontario. Initially it was like in west part of Ontario, like Kitchener, London area.
Okay.
And we moved to Ottawa last year.
Oh, very good, very good. So did you go down there because that's where the job was for nursing?
Most likely, I would say I followed my daughter's studies. Like, she was accepted to the school basically in Cambridge, which is Kitchener-Waterloo area.
Okay.
We moved most likely for her. She had like big goals, and she was extremely well and good in school. And so that's why we moved, and after that she applied in London at Western University to the program first degree, and then we moved in London for the same reason.
Okay.
And so now she's in Ottawa in the law school, so we moved to Ottawa. Probably we're gonna stay here a couple of years.
Is that Ottawa U or Carleton?
Yeah, Ottawa U.
Yeah, they have a good law program.
Yeah.
Is she what is she going to focus on in law, do you know? Or does she know yet?
She's got already a job in Calgary, and then I'm not moving to Calgary.
Well, it's a pretty nice city,
yes,
so you may not say you're not. But
yeah, exactly. Not for now. Like, I mean, with the economy and everything, we have to consider, my husband and I, we are getting old, so we need somehow like to...
Getting old, listen to you.
And so, she's got a job in a corporation, like business law.
Okay, she's doing corporate law, okay.
Corporate law, yeah.
Okay.
And then who knows, I think she could probably change. She likes, family law. I think what it is, like divorce,
okay.
Child abuse and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So eventually I think she will change her path, like in law, like saying like she will change the field, or I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. No, that'd be great. I mean, I think we need a lot of people in family law. Abuse of any kind is so wrong, but not very many lawyers want to go there. I don't know if I don't know what it is, but maybe it's tough, right? Emotionally, it's tough when you're sitting across from somebody that's been abused. It's very difficult for you to suppress the emotions to, not go too much, be angry at the other person, and not be, it's difficult. Yeah. So that's great. How did you get started in real estate?
You know, I have never been literate like in finances, like never been educated. You know, I've always have been a nurse, and then I love nursing. I love my profession. I have never seen the other side. You know, I was doing like just nursing and, you know, doing as everyone does, like buy a house, buy a car, take a loan, like pretty much like that was my education in finances, if I can say. And so I realized with my husband about 3 years ago that I do have a good pension plan with the hospital. However, you know, when I calculated, I said, okay, we will retire in 10, 15 years, what our retirement is going to be. Yeah. And so we realized we were short, right? Short of, you know, pension. And so we never wanted to rely on government or any other sources except ourselves. And so I realized like I have to do something. And so I have decided to go back to school. And so to get some education in finances, and so I found workshops, you know, in real estate, and so I went to these workshops, and I said, okay, I realized I don't necessarily need to go back to the university, you know, to get like another degree, and so I get self-education, you know, this way, and then I started reading books and watching podcasts, and you know, follow a few big real estate investors, and you know, try to understand how it works. And so I said with my husband, why not like start investing in real estate? You know, whatever we have on the savings side. And I started small, like 3 years ago. With, you know, student rentals, singles, flips, bursts, duplex conversions, along with my job. Really, really hard. So obviously it was not sustainable. So I said, oh, it must be something else because I can't do both. And then I am not ready to quit my job. I didn't want to quit my job. I wanted just a second source of income. And so I decided to look into more education, to scale up my business, and then I was more focused on the last year, more focused on multifamily. So I joined more education, more programs, a Wealth Genius program, and I love the community. I love you know, connecting with the investors. You know, in the same space, having the same interest, just in order to grow my portfolio and, you know, reach my goals basically, you know, in terms of financing, and not just financial wise, because behind or beyond the finances, like there is a big goal, you know, like I want to achieve, and for that we all need money to do something. So I don't put my priority on the money aspect, but more likely what the money can give you as power, you know, the power of giving back or building something beyond just to have like, you know, money in your bank account. Yeah, for sure. So
did your husband, was he involved in the real estate early on with you, or when you were doing flips?
Yeah, no, not unfortunately, because his job, he's a truck driver, and then his job is to, you know, most likely away of home. He's coming only the weekends, and sometimes not all the weekends. And so I'm doing most likely by myself, I would say, but he's very, very supportive. You know, he's always saying, oh, go baby, you're good. So this is a lot. It means a lot because he's not like, you know, like the crabs when they pull it. He's not pulling me down, like he's the opposite, like saying, okay, let's go, you can do it, you know, pursue, I trust you. And so I think like I'm really, really blessed to say and grateful that I have a husband, even if he's not involved because he works a lot and he has no time for that, and he doesn't like it at all. You know, he's very supportive though.
Yeah, it's not easy if you get into the bigger stuff. Then it makes it a little bit different. But flips, those are very time consuming.
Yeah, very active part of real estate, and it, as you said, like it requires a lot of knowledge and a lot of time, experience as well.
But you know what's funny is that with real estate investing, it's not like you go to university for a 4-year program where you invest 4 years of your life at $20,000 a year, and then you get out and you have to find a job. The financing, you know, it's a lot of arithmetic. It's a lot to learn, but there you can definitely get started, I think, you know, before you learn everything. Like, how many people do we know? Like, you did flips before, right? Well, you didn't take a 4-year program and then then go do a flip, right? Yeah. So it's a lot faster. The learning curve is steep, but the ability to do something is a lot faster than you would if you go to a university or like your daughter. She's she's going into law. Yeah. Well, she wouldn't have been able to get, you know, a law degree in 6 months. No. You know. No. So this is what I like about real estate is it's simple from an arithmetic perspective. There's a lot of moving parts. You have to be creative, but I think that with the Wealth Genius Group, like, we're well positioned, right? Yeah. Because we leverage off of each other. I think it's great that way. It's true.
Yeah. Like the power of the community. We leverage people, as you said, and knowledge and experience, and we do help each other a lot. And this energy, this vibe, you know, this culture we have within the group, I think if you do, you know, if you apply what we learn and then all the experience we acquire through the deals of each other, I think is the key of success. You know, to be like basically with the people who have the same, you know, education, following the same program, doing the same thing, navigating on the same market or markets, you know, and you know, help each other, interact each other, connect each other, and partner each other.
Yes.
You know, like growing together.
Yeah, for sure. And it's, you know, it's so great because we share our experiences, you know. And I think that's great because everybody is open and transparent. Yeah. Nobody keeps everything close to their chest. Like, I don't want to tell you about this because you're going to go take my deal. Yeah. There's none of that. You know, it's very good that way. It's a great community to be in. Yeah, it's true. Somehow, what I think, like, seeing from outside, you know, we all should be competitors. You would think. You would think. Yeah, from outside. But like from inside perspective, we are basically partners. Yeah. Somehow, like, we partner with each other, we help each other, you know, and as you said, like, if I have a deal and then I will present it to you or so, you're not going to, you know, screw my deal or steal my deal. Take it as you want. Like, you are going to add value to my deal with knowledge, experience, opinion. Sometimes we can invest with each other. So just to make sure that that deal will be successful for me, for my partner, or, you know, my partners. And we are not competitors at the end of the line. We are, you know, helping each other and working for each other growth. Yeah, for sure. It's a great community to be in. The real estate, there's real estate everywhere. We know that during the time of COVID, the number of doors for sale, you know, was very small, but it's still not gonna diminish, right? Yeah. They're building more and more, right? Yeah. So that's what makes it so great. Are you having fun?
Yes, I do. I do. I always have fun with you, Ken.
It's never a dull moment. Do you find it difficult doing your nursing job and studying and underwriting properties, and, like, do you find it like long hours, right? It's a long, because you know you have your family, you have yourself, you have to have a little bit of downtime. So like,
to your first question, like if it's easy, it's not easy. Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible.
Right.
Everything is possible if you want.
Yep.
It's all about to have a good mindset. And then I'm that person who believes that you can achieve everything you want in life if you put in your mind that you can achieve.
Yep.
There is nothing that you cannot do.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, and so to answer to your second question, saying if I can find the balance, like if I have the balance of both jobs, to be honest, not at this time. Yeah, it's not easy. Sometimes I have to sleep less, you know. Sometimes I cut on my fitness program, you know, I skip some of the exercises I was supposed to do, and then I know I have to. But life it's about the sacrifice.
Yes.
So, and then I know it's for a short period of time. Obviously, you know, everyone has different goals, and my goals are well established with deadlines. And so when I will reach my deadline, I will probably have a different, you know, phase in my life where I will be probably a little bit more balanced. I feel like in my life I have been more balanced than I am today, but I'm not completely unbalanced, if I can say. Yeah, like I'm still managing properly. You know, both jobs along with my family responsibilities. And I think like if you are well organized, disciplined, don't procrastinate. If we don't procrastinate, I think to achieve, it's possible to achieve everything you want.
You know, we're told several times, take action, right?
Yeah.
Network, take action. So I was reading a book, James Clear, and there was, I think it was James Clear, it might have been Adam Grant. One of the two was saying there's a difference between being in motion and there's a difference between being in action.
Okay. In
motion is you're underwriting, you're learning different deal structures, like, you know, the course we're taking, right?
Yeah.
The program we're taking.
Yeah.
That's being in motion. Action is you've submitted an offer, you earned a contract. You've actually taken action on that education, you know.
Yeah, and I agree. To be honest, I don't think like one is possible without the other one.
No, it isn't. Well, not naturally for me anyway.
No, it's true.
Some people have a natural gift to be able to do it, but that's not me.
Yeah, I think same with me. Like both have to go on at the same speed, I would say, and at the same time.
Yeah. Then
otherwise you will miss your train. You know, like you will miss something. And as you said, getting educated and as well learning every single day. Yeah. Every single day, it has to be there. Like this is one of the condition. And the second time, you cannot learn if you do not apply. Because from the experience, taking actions, you learn so much, which will complete the, you know, like the theory part, if you want, like the rules and regulations, everything you have to follow as rules. Because we know, like when we underwrite, there is a formula. Like, I mean, you have to, some criteria you have to follow and respect, right? To be conservative with your numbers, and then you have to follow everything.
Do you find that difficult at times? Like when I'm writing up off or I'm doing underwriting, I come up with numbers and I present it to somebody and they go, "You're out of your mind." And we're always taught, don't deviate from the numbers.
Yes,
like you can tweak them a little bit, but do you find it very difficult when somebody says you're out of your mind? It should be this amount. It's like, well, my numbers show different. You know.
I find it's not difficult. I find when the people will say you're out of your mind, as you said, is because they are not investor focused. They are not educated. So most of the time, probably it happens to you when we talk with realtors.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So realtors, they are not, investor focused, all of them, and let's talk about multifamily here, right?
Yeah.
So usually they are trained or educated to sell properties.
Yep.
So, and then at the same time, they have to make the numbers looking good for them, right?
Yep.
And so when they say that, they try to convince you that the numbers are good.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they know probably the numbers are not good, they will not let you know. So when you come with logic and reason, they will say no, it doesn't work, you didn't underwrite properly. But we really know, we know really well that, when we underwrite and the numbers don't make sense, you do not engage in that in a transaction. You don't pursue basically the deal because it's not a good deal. You don't want to buy other people's problems.
Right. Yes.
So yeah, I find when somebody will say, as you said, oh no, it's because I find they are not educated. They don't know what we know.
Right. I find that it's hard to find a good agent that is willing to be educated, that is curious, right?
Yeah.
I've talked to a couple of agents and they didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
and they started asking me questions, and I started to educate them, and all of a sudden now we're closer because of it.
Yeah,
right?
It happened to me as well. It happens to me as well.
Yeah.
And some of them, they were very transparent after a couple of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying oh, I'm learning so much from you. And then I had one agent, I'm working with him. He's a young agent, and I don't mind to educate him, as you said, and we have a very good relationship right now.
Mm-hmm.
After a couple of months of me educating him and providing some information and teaching him how to underwrite and which kind of deals I am interested in, and he said you are one of my sophisticated clients. Saying
That's a great testimonial for the program, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I agree. He said you're one of the most sophisticated,
Wow.
client I have. So he said I learned so much from you. So
that's a great compliment.
I took it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Initially, I was saying I hope I'm not a pain in the butt, saying because I'm so thorough, and sometimes I'm requesting so much information, and he always has to come back to me. Oh, I need this and this and this, and in his mind, why do you need all this information? Because, and explain everything. So now he knows what I want.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you had to get a few tips to the people that are just getting in, looking at their first deal, or they're interested in real estate, what would be a couple of things that you would suggest to them?
I think first thing of the list, and then I will just probably name a couple of things. I don't want to say because the list is too long in my mind,
Right.
But first thing, it's gonna be get educated.
Okay.
If you don't want to lose money or be able to invest in good real estate properties, then get some education. Invest in yourself first.
Okay.
Get some education, and then you will feel ready. You will feel when it's your time. You will be ready to buy. And there are so many aspects of real estate, investing. So you can be active, passive. So just see all these streams, all these aspects of real estate investing, and decide. But you cannot decide if you don't know.
Right.
So get the knowledge first, I would say, and then when you feel you're ready, you will have decided at that time which way you want to go, get the direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say second time, make sure that with the knowledge you have, you will do good deals. Otherwise, just get people, network with people who are doing the same thing, and get them involved with sometimes opinions, experience, knowledge, partnership, in order to be successful, in terms of not losing money. Don't lose money, and achieve in a positive way, right? Because sometimes a bad experience, to start with a bad experience to begin with, can end your real estate investing career, if I can say.
I hear you. Yeah,
It's gonna be, you will be, oh no, it's not for me, and you can give up.
Yes.
Then if you will get the education, network with people who are doing the same thing, get into a community, and get help, and then having like the first deal successfully, done for you in your criteria, I think it's gonna be bring it to the next level. Okay, let's do the next one.
Right.
Then if you will fail from the first one, you will most likely be inclined to give up. Say, okay, this is not for me.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna suggest. I think to a few tips. There are so
Definitely.
many.
Oh yeah, there's many.
Yeah.
The one that I like is when I heard focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Right. There's passive investing, there's active investing.
Yeah.
And then do you want to get into what asset class do you want?
True.
Do you want multifamily? Do you want to have single homes? Do you what do you want to do, right?
Yeah.
It's this one.
The next one.
Yeah. So
True.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great advice, Cristina.
Yeah.
This one.
The next one. Sorry for that.
I know it comes around, right? There we go. There we are. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I know it. It's a lot to take in. If you don't get overwhelmed and you don't try to rush it.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that sometimes I get impatient.
Yeah.
So I want to have it happen quickly. And it's become very educational for me to change my mindset to just relax.
Yeah, true.
Just take it easy.
Yeah, and then sometimes when we want to rush and we want it to happen, we become a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
So when we become emotional, we are more prone to, do mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay rational. Yeah.
That's awesome, Cristina.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ken.
Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. See you later, everybody.
Bye-bye.